Welcome back to the bonus episode. And once again, we are joined by the lovely Isabelle. So, Isabelle, we've got a lovely question today, actually, from one of our listeners. I have cut out sugar in an attempt to reduce my inflammation. Are things like natural syrups okay to have? I've cut out sugar from tea and rarely have a treat, but when I do, what can I have?
So it depends what syrups she means. If we're talking about things like, maple syrup, that kind of thing, they are a bit more, they have got some minerals and stuff in them, honeys, things like that. But even, agave syrup stuff, it will still spike your blood sugar. It is still sweet. So I would limit it. If you absolutely hate your tea without it, obviously have a small amount, and it may be better for you than just straight sugar. But again, it's the moderation. It's having a little something that gives you a little bit of joy. When she says, what I've cut out sugary, I've cut out treats, what can I have? Obviously it's very dependent on what you like, because there are actually, one can go down the slightly what seems more worthy route, but it's actually pretty delicious, like having medjool dates stuffed in nut butter, dipped into a little bit of chocolate, or not dipped into chocolate, or even things like dark chocolate covered rice cakes with, I spread mine with peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter, which will. And the reason I'm saying this is protein and fat reduces the speed at which sugar enters the bloodstream. So one of the reasons that sugar is pro-inflammatory, sugar for sugar's sake, it is pro-inflammatory. It's actually known as an anti-nutrient. It's an immunosuppressant. It's really not very good for us, to be fair. Having said that, sugar came into this country in 1066, and people have been living long and having babies since then. So I think we need to be a little bit sensible about what we do with our sugar. But really what it is the more sugar you have, it's very addictive. And then you have something sugary, you spike. When you spike, so when sugar enters the bloodstream, the pancreas has to secrete insulin, you crash. And when you crash, then your body craves sugar again. And these spikes, these sugar dips and spikes and the insulin dips and spikes are very pro-inflammatory. This is where some inflammation comes in as well. So essentially, protein and fat reduces the speed at which sugar enters the bloodstream. So having a little bit of what you fancy. I often say, after dinner, after a protein-rich meal, having something sweet is not going to spike you. Your best choice, of course, is dark chocolate, because chocolate is actually anti-inflammatory. It stimulates the production of anti-inflammatory organisms in the gut. It's rich in magnesium. It's rich in arginine. It's good fiber in it. Can you believe it? But realistically, in an ideal world, over 70%, which not everybody loves. But equally, now there are some brands that are doing what they call a darker shade of milk, which has got, even over 50 to 60% cocoa solids. And so it still behaves like a milk chocolate, but it's much better than a normal milk chocolate. There are ways of doing it, and having something a bit sweet, it's a bit of a joy. So again, trying to find, I would certainly say when you have it is really important. The worst time is having a Kit Kat at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's when you crash. That's when you need it. That's when really you'd be better to have, an oat cake with nut butter, or something with some cheese, or, something with a bit of, or a handful of nuts and a bit of fruit, or something like that, something that's got some protein and fiber. And keeping your sweet thing maybe for after dinner, having something like a tea that's flavored with vanilla as well. So pucker teas are great, or some of the rooibos teas that are vanilla, because the vanilla actually it does something to your taste buds on the sweet thing. But having something after dinner, looking at the labels, checking that it's not full of emulsifiers and really awful sort of hydrogenated fats and things like that. So it's finding sort of maybe a better quality biscuit, if that's what you're into. I'm not, as you know, I'm not into taking all your joys away. So I think it's pick your battles and find something and allow yourself to have it. And if you like baking, then there's a whole new world that's opened up. There are a lot of brilliant stuff out there. A lot of really great.
And that would take your mind off all the fertility stuff as well.
It's really soothing. It's very cathartic. Into a fertility podcast, maybe. I don't know.
Whilst you're baking.
What an afternoon.
You said about having a like dark chocolate or something like that after dinner. How long would you say after dinner? So say you've had your dinner, and then what's like the window
Oh, I mean, maybe within an hour or so. I mean, it takes a little while for you to digest. You don't digest within minutes. So particularly if you've had a protein-rich meal, you're going to be digesting a minute, you know, so realistically, probably not 5 hours later, I'll be honest with you, but you know, an hour or so, within the hour, I can't see that that's a problem.
Okay, yeah. And then, do you know, I did a little trick. I had we got 85% chocolate and 70% chocolate. And then if you eat them together, actually the 70% chocolate, so have a bit of the 85 and then have the 70. The 70 then
Oh, there
tasted
you
really
go.
sweet. That was that's what we started doing.
Actually, I don't know if I'm allowed to mention brands, but my favorite brand, my favorite 85% chocolate, it's the Waitrose #1. You know, the #1 that they, you know, and that 85% is smooth as smooth. It's not at all bitter, and it's way nicer than most 85s. On a cheaper budget, but not very much cheaper because chocolate's very expensive at the moment. The Aldi 5% is quite nice as well, actually. But some of them are very bitter. The Waitrose one, if you closed your eyes, you would not know it was 85. It's very smooth.
Okay, we need to get to Waitrose.
Yeah, I have to say, it's in my fridge at the moment.
Oh, no. Oh, you keep it in the fridge. That's interesting.
Oh, yeah.
I like
to
a
keep
good
chocolate in the
crunch. I
fridge,
like
do
it
you
to be
not?
really cold and crispy.
Really?
Yeah,
I'm a
always.
cupboard
Yeah.
gal.
No, I like it in the fridge. Yeah.
It will last you longer if it's in the fridge because it's harder to eat.
Yeah.
House anyway.
That's the other benefit of dark chocolate. You can't eat that much of it. A couple of squares and you're
No.
done. But
No.
that's another thing. Unless you hate dates, actually, because a medjool date particularly tastes a bit like caramel. If you put the dark chocolate, because they're very sweet, if you put the dark chocolate to it, it's sort of the sweet that, you know, the chocolate takes away the sweetness of the dates, and the dates take away the bitterness of the chocolate, so you get the best of both worlds.
That's
And
I've
the
never
dates
known that.
are actually high in fibre as well.
Yeah, we've got some dates in the fridge actually. I might try that.
Bit of
Have
walnut
you seen
in,
those
or
dates
peanut
that are
butter in.
flavoured? I'm sure they're probably full of
I haven't. They sound
rubbish.
disgusting, but you know, they might be nice.
No, apparently they're addictive. They're in
are
Waitrose.
they?
I've not tried them yet. They're dates, and like some of them are like sour coat. I mean, they can't be good given the flavours, but they're marketed as better. But there's like a apple flavour and like a fizzy cola flavour, and people are raving about them.
I don't know. I've not heard of those.
They don't sound ideal, do they? But
They
what
don't
are they
sound
called?
ideal.
I don't know if I
But
can
you know,
Google
in the
it.
end, it's all about, we're back to compromise. It's all about compromise.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be eating out takeaways or drinking any alcohol when trying to conceive, and absolutely don't be drinking coffee.
No. Yeah, and I would say on that, I would say with the takeaways, you know, if you're having 3 a week, not good. If you're having 1 a week, make it, you know, you could make, there are certain takeaways, you know, you go and have a, you know, a Lebanese one where you're having maybe a sort of chicken shawarma or something with, you know, with rice and salad over deep fried pork balls from your local Chinese type thing. There are basically, you know, there are maybe better choices. And the coffee is keeping it to a minimum. It's not cut completely. And as I say, with the alcohol, very minimal, but some is okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Just going back to these dates, they are sour cola flavoured dates, no added sugar, vegan, high fiber. What are they made
Any
with?
flavours in it then?
Where are they from?
Sour apple and sour watermelon are the other flavours.
But but does it say like what's the ingredients
I'm just
list?
looking at what's in them. Okay, so 94% dates, chicory root fibre, malic acid, vegetable fat, which is coconut, natural flavouring, allergens, may contain peanuts, tree nuts, eggs, cereal containing gluten, sesame, soy, and milk.
It doesn't sound too bad. Could be worse. I mean, that would be better than, you know, eating a bag of Skittles, to be honest. So,
well, yeah, and apparently you don't need many because obviously dates are you can't eat many dates either, can you?
Can't have too many of them.
Yeah, but sour cola, sour watermelon, and sour apple, and they're coming up at £1.99 on Amazon. So I might try some.
Well, I've never heard of those. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I know they sell them in Waitrose.
Oh, do you know what? Yes, they have a brand in Waitrose, and I did notice. I flipped over because it sounded disgusting to me. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to have a
Those
look
ones.
next time. I will have a look.
Yeah, please do. Keep us posted.
Like a realization. They might actually
And they're
be...
gluten-free, so they might not
Yeah.
inflame me so much.
Yeah. I think you should get them and try them, P. And then...
I'll take one for the team, girls.
I
I'll
think
try
you should.
and let you know.
I think you should, because again, we can't always be 100% perfect, but that, it goes a good way, as you say, compared to a bag of Haribos or something like that.
Well, I would eat the bag of Haribo, and this is
Yeah.
where we're at, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. What exactly? Exactly.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you for that one, Isabelle. If you would like to book a free one-to-one fertility product consultation, you can book at zitawest.com/book. You can use code FDP10, that's FDP10 for 10% off site-wide. Right then, let's do a dilemma. This one was emailed, it's quite long. I'm 40, my partner is 39 next month. We have been trying for 4 years. In May 2024, we had our first miscarriage at 10 or 11 weeks. Our world ended. It was heartbreaking and never felt anything worse, other than heartbreak, and even then. A year later, June 2025, another miscarriage at 6 weeks. November 2025 at 5 weeks, and the most recent April 2026 at 5.5 weeks. We had NHS tests, all fine, but no help offered until the third miscarriage. It's a nightmare, isn't it? I can't believe that's still a thing. And was told 8 to 10 month wait. Crikey. So we went private for more testing, which we had to do all the tests again. They said IVF won't fix the miscarriage, so let's investigate that first. All was fine. Thyroid, genetic makeup, etc. Only thing I had was sticky blood. So need blood thinning injections from the positive test. They even tried to push IVF. Oh, they then tried to push IVF, but 1, we can't afford it, and 2, I don't think I can mentally or physically go through anymore. 3 of my miscarriages were natural, so I have seen and felt a lot. I could go on, but this message is not brief already. I just don't know what to do. Had an NHS consultancy today. I asked about progesterone. They said no, there's no evidence and it's not needed. My acupuncture lady said this should be looked at. I agree with her. Just got nothing from today other than keep trying naturally or go privately and pay for IVF. I'm lost, heartbroken, tired, not sure which way to turn. Have I done enough? What else can I do? I eat well. I don't drink 1 coffee a day. I just feel like it's now a choice to continue or give up and make a plan. Any advice or ideas I should consider?
Oh.
Well, one thing I do, first of all, I'm really sorry that you've had to go through that, because that is a lot. And I can completely understand how you feel. It's a lot to go through in the space of literally
a short time.
a year. Yeah. And then all the tests. You have now found that you've got sticky blood, which can be a massive reason for miscarriage. And you don't need NHS to get progesterone. I've recently, we spoke about it a few episodes ago, but I recently found out about a place called Plan My Baby. Might be worth doing a consultation with them, because it might not be that you need IVF. You can obviously fall pregnant and there's no genetic issues. You just need the support once you've fallen pregnant, maybe of the blood thinners and the progesterone.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm just making that sound a lot more simple than it needs to be.
And also, like, I know she said that all her tests are fine, but I mean, is her partner doing all of the, like with the sperm and stuff as well? Because isn't it true that a lot of miscarriages are caused by the male side?
Yeah, that might be something to look into.
Yeah.
This sort of stuff is a lot cheaper than doing IVF. Like, a consultation with Plan My Baby, I think, is about £120. I mean, I don't get me wrong, I haven't used them myself. This is not a recommendation. It's just something that, which might be useful. I know they prescribe progesterone because my acupuncture lady has mentioned that before. It's definitely worth exploring, because again, you probably don't need IVF.
Yeah.
You just need the support post-pregnant. Like, once you're able to get pregnant, you're just not able to stay pregnant. But again, I don't want to make this sound like I'm being like, oh, this is easy. Like, it might not be. It does sound like you've now got a reason that you were.
Yeah, the sticky blood you've got. Yeah. That's, you've got something there to work with, if that makes sense. Yeah, so. And I think, like, don't lose hope, and I don't give up.
No,
like, don't give up. Like, you're doing all the right things, it sounds. I don't know what your partner is doing as well, because that could be something to think about. And then,
I would, like, maybe put your money
Portia,
into testing, like having a consultation, maybe doing some more tests for him if needed.
Yeah, because if you haven't, I know it's expensive, but like DNA fragmentation, something like that could be
and lifestyle. This is the thing with DNA fragmentation, though, because I kind of think you can test it, right? And there's 2 things. You either then use like Zymot or something to get, when you're doing IVF, to select the best sperm, or you improve it with lifestyle. So sometimes I'm a bit like, do you really need to test for it? Because you could just do adding, if you're going to be doing IVF anyway, adding Zymot abroad. I don't know how much it is in the UK.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be looking at lifestyle, microbiome and all that stuff anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because there could be like it got issues with like the sperm, like we were talking about the other week about probiotic for the man, things like that.
But you don't necessarily need to test that. Like you can just
exactly.
be changing the lifestyle. So you might
that's what I
just
mean,
get started on that immediately, is what I would suggest.
Yeah, just whip him into shape as well. Get him off any heated seats or any saunas, things like that. Like the things that you can control, more nuts and seeds and things like that. And
do you know what someone told me yesterday? Apparently they've been hadn't had a pregnancy for like 14 years, had failed IVF, and then got pregnant within like 6 months after the failed IVF. And someone said, like, what did you do differently? And she said, I started treating every cycle like I was doing IVF. Like drinking my pomegranate juice, like really focusing on our supplements and lifestyle. And I think that's such good advice. Not to get too obsessive about it, but I do think it is quite,
because you could, like, goes back to everything we always say as well. You could do everything and then it not, not work.
But it's having that focus on it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because as you say, you're 40, he's 39. Like, don't let the time get away from you. If it's something you want, it doesn't need to be as expensive as IVF. But there is some things that I'd maybe look into.
Yeah, and
but again,
being
these
one
are
of
not
them.
tried and tested recommendations. This is just what I've heard on the grapevine.
I mean, going back to that 1 coffee a day, like how many coffees your partner having and stuff, because that's one thing that Isabelle
You've
did
got
say
it in
to
for her
us.
partner. You're desperate for him to be the problem.
Sorry, man.
Sorry to your partner for Charlie's instant dislike.
I'm taking all my. No, I'm joking. I just think that if that hasn't been looked into, that's something to definitely. It could be
because you've not mentioned
like.
it, so
No, exactly. It could be easily helped, and the lifestyle can be improved. So,
But
that'd be my advice.
You've gone through so much. Also, maybe worth thinking about maybe speaking to someone, getting a bit of like counselling or something to help you with this next stage, because that's not normal to go through that much. And as you said, it is complete heartbreak.
Yeah.
You have to be so resilient. You don't have to deal with this alone. So there is help out there if you need it.
I'm an advocate for counselling and things like that.
You are, aren't you? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I need to get some myself.
Don't bottle it up. And thank you for writing in.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. We will be back again on Tuesday. Please remember to like, review, subscribe, give us a follow on everything, all the platforms. Yeah.
Share where you're listening.
Yeah.
Tag us.
Tag. Well, yeah, we love being tagged. We do absolutely love being tagged. And yeah, see you on Tuesday, guys. Thank you.
Bye.